All right. So let's get into the baby. Let's get that echo out of there. So let's get into the baby. So with the situation with the baby, and thank y'all for tuning back in. We kind of lost our feed, and we want y'all to see our pretty faces. So we had to log back off and log back on, but y'all can see us. See, that's why they over there trying to holler at you. It's
that top to bottom skin.
It's not
I messed up. That was a joke.
It's not the accessory.
That was a joke, player.
It's not the accessories. It's you.
Delete that shit.
But to the baby, all right. So the baby had a situation where he was online, where So I'm going to talk about it vaguely. I know Kimmy knows a little bit more about it than I do. I know KK was following it because I found out that story from KK. 3:00 in the morning, had a situation with the mother of his kid, went on live, kicked her out behind X, Y, and Z. They both were going back and forth all morning on lives. It got blown out of proportion because his name is DaBaby, and he's just not like Travis Oakley.
And her name is Danny Lee.
So who wants to talk? Who knows more? Who wants to speak on it?
So just from what I've heard, word on the street is he kicked her out because she took a plan B. I know that's probably like, what? So I don't know if that's 100% true.
It got to be true because did you see the video when she was like, you just nutted at me last night? So
you know what? I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
It makes sense. My stance on her. But
Wait, what's your stance? Oh yeah, I do know your stance on her. I do know your stance on her.
What do you mean your stance on her? From previous?
Yeah.
With the colors?
The color.
And just how she didn't care when it was his baby mom.
Yeah.
Basically in her situation.
Okay.
I do want to put a disclaimer out there that I do not think that anything that he did was okay or any woman should stand for it. But I also think that accountability is a hell of a drug that nobody is willing to take. And she knew what type of man he was. A lot of people want to say that, we shouldn't talk about what she knew. As a woman, a dog.
He still should have handled her.
He should have.
Better.
No, he definitely should have. But why put yourself in that situation?
Because when you're in those situations, you don't think you're going to be in those situations. Not because because this is the thing. We don't know what happened behind it. We don't know what he has been telling her. Like, I was in this relationship. I'm not in it anymore. He could be lying, selling her a dream. And you don't know what she was telling him in response to that. You don't know the conversation they've had about Plan B, because for Plan B to be such a big issue, if that is the reason why it led into that, you don't know the conversation that they've had about it to where he was really hurt. Maybe he wanted to start a relationship with her, and now he finds out that she's taking Plan Bs and basically killing his kids, and he took it to heart. Because again, that's an issue. Men that people don't talk about. Men have hurt from women killing their babies too. Like, we also have feelings about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I'm just speculating at the end of the day.
Even if he wanted a family, if that happens the next day, you can't just be like, this is my side. You was a side bitch. You knew what you was. Like, that don't even go together.
But this is my thing. This is what I want to say. I have a lot of women that are like, he's wrong, da-da-da-da-da. But the baby, there is a video that has been out there showing him slapping a woman.
He took a hat or something?
He hit a woman. Yeah, because she tried to grab something. Yeah. He hit a woman. So knowing that he's capable of doing that, seeing that with your own eyes, and you still decide to go with that man, you know what he's capable of. Why go that way?
But again, I understand exactly what you're saying. And again, no one is saying that DaBaby is correct. No one has ever once said that.
No. We know he's wrong. But I'm just saying as a woman.
But again, what he did when it comes to him kicking her out
is wrong.
And it has nothing to do with anything else prior. Like, because he's also killed 2 men, but it was in self-defense. So I mean, we can sit here and bring up we all have a past, right? And again, not justifying anything, but what you were 5 years ago is different. Shit, what KK was when you first came on the show is a different representation of what he is now, right? We don't know what was going on in their relationship.
No.
Right. And then, and again, not saying anything justifies what happened in their relationship, but what he did is he kicked this woman out for a reason. Mm-hmm. The simple fact, for one, that he did it publicly, I'm trying to figure out as into why he would do that.
Because she went online first.
To save face? Was he doing it to prove that he wasn't doing?
I don't know what. I didn't. The like I have I'm like, I guess, a microwave attention span. Like when I see 30 minutes, I'm not clicking on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these were some long live videos. So I just saw little snippets.
Too much to digest, huh?
She was on like, nah, just I don't care about that relationship. Like,
yeah.
So she went on like, this man kicked me out. I love this dude. I mean, it was like a long thing that he go in there. Man, she knew she was a side, but then had his brother walk. Like, man, tell her what she was. I was like, come on.
That was wrong.
I mean, no. At the end of the day,
you have a child by her.
Wrong. He was hella wrong, and all I'm saying is this. And I mean, they can hang me if they want to. At the end of the day, as a woman, you know what kind of man you're messing with. I know that we know this stuff that has happened behind closed doors. We don't know what has happened. And I'm not saying that, this is justifying what he did. I'm not trying to. Yeah. I'm just saying that his character has been shown time and time again. So I'm not surprised. When I heard about that, I wasn't surprised. Did it make it any less wrong? No. I mean, I'm still like, my heart hurts for her. I know what it feels like to be a woman, have a child, and then, thinking that you can change a man or whatever the case is. But at the end,
see, when you talk about like she's trying to change him, again, we're speculating things that so we're speaking on something that we have no idea.
Yeah.
This situation could be a simple fight that they had. She's trying to save face, he's trying to save face, and it just blew up out of proportion. This isn't the same as him shooting two people. This isn't the same as him slapping someone from him taking a hat. This is a situation when it comes to relationships. I've always said, keep your relationships private. Mm-hmm. KK, and that's because people make mistakes. People grow from mistakes. People do right, people do wrong. Nobody's perfect. Mm-hmm. KK was the biggest one, and it's funny when he says it. His Facebook, his social media is an ESPN episode. You see nothing but the highlights. You don't.
Yeah, I can't post no bad shit about myself.
You're not, because again, that stuff is what people go through in private with the help of people that support them. But the thing is when you're posting your dirty laundry, so to speak, or your bads publicly, you're not getting the closest people that support you and care about you. You're getting people that don't give a fuck about you and that are trying to tear you down. So, and that's kind of what we're doing. We don't know nothing about his relationship, why he got into that situation. Does it matter? No, because he was wrong. But, that's their relationship and they need to figure that shit out and work it out amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Especially
I mean, again.
If she stays with him. Like, I mean, you got a daughter with this dude. After that, like, I think I told KK on the live, like, me personally, I'm not going to be in a fret over him and what he's doing with her, because is she still with him?
Is she?
Is she? No, I'm asking.
I mean, they have, whether if they're together or not, they have a child together. So they're going to be dealing with each other for the rest of their lives. Whether that child could die tomorrow, they have that.
Well, let's not hope that.
Again, I'm not. Me saying that's not going to make it happen.
Yeah.
But they're still going to have that attachment and that bond with each other for that. And it's. I've been in good and bad situations with people, and it's one of those things to where, like, she knows who he really is, regardless any bad that he does. She knows who he really is.
Yeah.
Right. And it's up to her to figure it out, just as he knows who she really is. And he also has to figure his situation out, and they need to grow up and have that conversation and figure shit out. But as far as us being a part of their relationship, trying to figure it out for them, and we don't know them, we don't know neither one of their characters. You don't like her because she talks shit, but that's what people do. That could have been a whole media ploy. That could have been a whole thing to sell her album, which was trash.
True.
You know what I mean? So I mean, because that song that she made about it was super trash, and I like her music. Well, some of her music.
Why do people say that? I mean, I've only heard one song. Like, how much music does she have?
She had a whole album. It was actually pretty good.
At the end of the day, what I get from that is that, like, ladies, really, nobody should be accepting that type of treatment. What he did was wrong. It was so disrespectful. It was so distasteful. I mean, that's how I feel about the situation in itself.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away from, when I'm saying what I'm saying about her, is me more so talking to the ladies, like, let's be more careful who we have these children with, because people show these signs ahead of time. But at the end of the day, he was wrong. Like,
he was
if Danny Lee was a person that was close to me and I had him in hand's reach, yeah. And I also want to bring up something that my homegirl said. She was like, can you imagine putting out your son or your child's father and they trying to fight you on leaving? Like, as a woman, like, we would be like, oh, I'm finna call the police. Why won't you just leave? I kicked you out. And she was just saying, like, she should have just left and then handle things accordingly.
She should have left. They should have had a conversation about it. If he was, and then
I would have
let it cool down a little bit and figure out, because I guarantee the argument was dumb as fuck. Whatever they're into each other about, it was a very stupid situation that was misunderstood.
Yeah.
And it's to the point to where now you're at a point to where I don't think this situation is beyond repair, but now it's something. The only reason why you think it is because it was public.
No, because it was. I mean, I'm sorry. This is my thing. If you, even in private, if you have a daughter and you're a woman, what you accept is what they're going to accept.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So it's up to you to set the tone.
No, and again, you're. I mean, I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying. So she needs to stand up for herself, and figure it out. But again, when there's relationships involved, so to speak, like when there's several ways to stand up for herself, and when you have kids involved and feelings involved, right? It's just a different. I don't know. I'm not in the relationship, so it's kind of hard. So I mean, I know what you're saying. I hope it goes well for them.
Yeah.
I know caring about someone, kids, love, all that shit is very difficult, and I understand that sometimes it's just one of those things to where they just have to figure their situation out. And I think people, instead of sitting there scrutinizing people for what we see and not what we actually know, I think, they should figure their shit out, and whatever they decide, if it makes sense and if it's healthy, then let them go and let their circles figure it out for them. Let their inner circles be their judge and jury, not people on the outside have no idea about both of them. Because like I said, it's just a shitty situation. Just as shitty as young Dolph. There's another, young black man who was slain in the streets of Memphis, right?
Yeah, so.
So I mean, it's just shitty situations, and it's like, again, this is not what black hip hop and black culture is. We're just talking about the bad. There's a lot of great that exists and a lot of great that happens, but I mean, we were talking about this on If This Mic Could Talk, and I say, niggas, quit niggering. Like that's it. Like, there's no point for him to die the way he died. Was he like getting his mom
some cookies,
her favorite cookies at a store? But again,
Marquitas.
But again, what's the backstory? I'm always big into, like, Dave Chappelle. He's a victim blamer, and I'm not a victim blamer, but I want to know what happened. Like, what did he do to deserve that?
I mean, of course, the story is not out. They don't know who did it, but this is not his first time being somebody attempting to shoot him, trying to kill him. He does have enemies. He is, like any other person, especially like if the Memphis culture, Arkansas, we're super close with Memphis. It's different. It's just different. It's a different lifestyle. And all you can do is try to apply it that he was trying to do better. His pride probably got in the way. I was talking to my son's father about this, and he was just like, man, like, they've already tried to take him down before. Why wouldn't he have security? Knowing that he has children, why wouldn't he have security? Knowing that they've tried to kill him multiple times.
Or why wouldn't he simply try to fix these situations?
No, these are not. Like, Yo Gotti.
They're not going to get squashed.
Yeah, Yo Gotti. Sorry, yeah.
I mean, he just got shot at 100 times. Like...
Hold on, that's how, when he died this past...
No.
Oh, before
previously,
this.
Just like they trying to kill... Like, they was really trying to kill this dude. Like
he had a song where he said...
he mocks him.
He F'd this rapper's baby mama on accident. He didn't know it was his baby mom. He was like, not this big-headed mother, I got a problem with me, and he won't let it go. And that's Yo Gotti. Yeah. Like, that's one of the issues. Yo Gotti will not let it go. Backstory, he's not even with his baby mom.
Yeah.
Like my friend, we know them.
Yeah.
They're not together. So my thing is like, why would you have that type of beef with somebody and you're not even with this woman?
It was just a girl.
And dudes are so hypocritical, man, because Yo Gotti was just
trying to be with Angela.
When he was on the interview, he was on Breakfast Club, right? Mm-hmm. He used to fuck Gucci, the girl Gucci with right now. And he was like, I don't know why you got a problem with me because you did.
And then he has a problem with what's his name
for the same shit.
Like I say, at the end of the day, like again, no one should die like this, right? And it sucks. It's a bad situation, but we don't know what this man was doing and the beefs he created. Everyone's like, oh, he was trying to change his life around. Well, was he? You know,
no. So his music, he was like a typical rapper. You know how rappers have their beefs. I mean, that's rap.
Yeah.
Like the history of rap is, let me rap about you. Like it's entertainment. But the issue is that you have some that take it too far. And with Dolph, they don't know if it was, Yo Gotti, Soulja Boy, or if it was one of the workers from Marquita setting him up. They actually suspect that it was a worker from the actual cookie place that set him up.
Like I said, but the thing is, it could have been so many things. And if you put yourself in situations to where so much bad can happen to you and you don't know where it came from, it could be just an innocent situation where, I'm pretty sure everyone knew who he was. So it could have been just a innocent, just like a murder that happened to where someone was trying to rob somebody. It could have been several different things, but I guess it couldn't be a robbery because no one stole anything. They could have burnt off.
That was intentional. Like
nobody else got hit.
You know what I mean? No, but I get it. The thing is like at some point, man, like again, accountability is big. I'm not saying that no one deserves to die. I'm not saying that. And I know people hate when I sit here and try to talk that shit. It sucks. It's a very bad situation. But, when are we going to stop moshing stages? When are we going to stop pitting ourselves and causing enemies and talking about, screwing somebody's wife or I'm going to kill you and have these beefs and stuff thinking that he's playing around?
He wasn't, at least in his music, he wasn't talking about actually killing anybody. And even when he talked about having sex with Yo Gotti's baby mama, he said it was an accident. He was like, but now he won't let it go.
But out of all his lyrics, I'm pretty sure he said some things. Like out of every song he's ever had.
I like his music, and he's talking about trapping. He's not talking about...
And with that lifestyle.
Yeah, but he doesn't actually mention, if you listen to his music, he doesn't actually mention him killing anybody. He doesn't actually mention anybody that he's hurt in the past.
Which is smart. Doesn't mean he's innocent. You're not going to put that on out.
I get that, but...
Like I get it. Like, I don't know Young Dolph. I don't listen to his music, so I can't sit here... So I can't sit here and address anything in the songs. But again, if somebody is gunning you down like that, right? Like literally targeting you to kill you, it's not because you took his cookies. Like we have to understand.
But it is something stupid. If it's what they think it is, it was ignorant.
Yeah.
It was ignorant. It was an ignorant reason.
But you already went down like 3 different people that it could have been. So I mean, he's created quite a bit of
these rappers gonna realize like
they just gotta leave their cities.
That's the question. It is that simple. Like if I make it, I'm not gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? Bernie, so I'm not gonna be in San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be away from.
Was he just visiting his mother and
was buying some cookies from a store? Like the objective is to get out of the hood, and he always in. The
because
hood.
he was always helping his high school. He was always helping the people.
You can sin. You don't.
Was he rich though at this time?
Yeah,
been rich.
He's always, but he's been known to give back. He's always went and gave back.
Okay.
Matter of fact, he gave the Lamborghini on his
somebody in Dallas won that.
Yeah. He gave it to her, and he did a video with her and everything. He was always a giver.
But is he? And the reason why I ask is he actually rich? Again, is because you have artists that are
pretend rich,
not pretend rich, but you're making money.
He's not signing nobody. He independent. So he got his own money.
And he has his artists like Key Glock, which is his family. But he like every year he buys his child a property.
So
his
kids got property.
He's doing it right.
Yeah,
so
he was all
they
about
own. I think they own
them.
like 7 properties. The kids already.
So if like this, and that's the thing, man. Like you said, if this is all some beef that he created, it sucks, man. We gotta watch our steps and do better.
Even if he didn't create it, like
and
these rap beefs
it's stupid.
It's stupid. Everybody's getting killed. Like if you didn't learn nothing from Biggie and Tupac, I don't get.
My thing is this. I just want to say this. We can say like, the past and everything, what he could have been doing, but just as black people, why are we okay with killing each other?
I don't think no one's okay with this.
And people, it
No,
be
but I'm just saying,
fans and shit.
like I'm in Arkansas. I was right there by Little Rock. I've seen that type of lifestyle. Memphis, I've seen it. I've been to Memphis plenty of times, and you have to watch your back.
Yeah, but do you think people in those communities are really okay with it?
Yes, it's a different mindset.
But,
like they watch videos of people getting killed for fun.
But again, I get it. But it's more of a survival type thing. Do you think it's like? I don't think people are okay with it, right? I don't think people like even on the east side over here. I've traveled many places. A hood is a hood. It's not too different from the east side here, or go to New Orleans. Or it's really shitty situations. And they always talk about getting out and doing what you got to do to get out. I don't think that no one's okay with it. It's just something that you have to do. They feel like they have to do to survive. As ignorant as that sounds, their mentality is different. So again, I mean, it sucks, man. It totally sucks, especially if he was somebody giving back to the community. If he was buying kids' property, so he's creating
kids.
Yeah, buying his kids' property,
okay,
so he's creating generational wealth.
Yep.
So he's doing everything the right way. Then if it's a hating type situation, then again, that's going to exist. And at that point, you have to be smart enough to protect yourself. It's no real right conversation about it except like I said, niggas quit niggering, man, and do fucking better. That's basically all I could say about it.
I do just want to add before we move on is if you don't, the mother of his children's Mia, she actually has a line called "Black Men Deserve to Grow Old." If anybody looking to support anything, that line, whatever you purchase from it, is actually meant to help the families of black men who have been slain in the street. So it helps them with their mental, like as far as counseling, grief counseling, burials, stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty dope that she's been working on that.
What is it called?
It's called Black Men Deserve to Grow Old.
Is there a website for that? Mm-hmm.
You can actually go to her Instagram.
We'll title this episode "Black Men Deserve to."
Yeah, it's pretty.
Black men deserve to
grow old.
To grow old. If anyone's listening to me that has my number, please type that or put it in the DM so I can remember to title this episode "Black Men Deserve to Be Old," and then we'll deserve to grow old, and we'll have it the website there. So if you want to support, do that. But again, man, we have to fucking do better. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. Kyle,
Blocka.
That's a touchy situation for me.
It's not. So, I didn't research nothing. I didn't even care about it, you know what I'm saying? So I thought he went with the gun, whatever, got jumped, beat up, whatever, and started shooting. He was shooting innocent people, man. Like a guy with a skateboard was trying to stop him. He shot him. He shot another guy. He was antagonizing
the skateboard swung
people.
at his ass with a skateboard, like
because he shot already. Though,
yeah, he had already
shot.
Yeah, and there was actually a guy that shot at him too.
Who shot at him?
There was a guy that shot. If you look at the video, a guy pulled out a gun and shot him and ran off. It was very chaotic. It wasn't just him going out there shooting people randomly.
But it was.
Can I?
No, he was like he was. You have to understand in the video, if you watched the trial or if you looked at anything, there was signs of self-defense shown, right? Which is why he got off. If they showed the video and he went out there and nobody was attacking him and nobody was shooting at him and they were just walking and turned around and he got shot, I mean, then the outcome would have been different. But to sit here and make it seem like nobody was attacking him or trying to fight him, it's kind of like...
let's just cut it. At the end of the day, he got off when he shouldn't have. People lost their lives.
Why do you think he shouldn't have, though?
Because there is a young boy named Taishan Prince that had a toy gun at a park.
No.
What does it got to do with that, though?
No, wait.
Okay.
No. Let's get his name right. Taishan Prince played for the pitch.
Taishan.
Trayvon Martin.
No,
but the kid was on.
I forgot the kid's name. Now. That's sad. We're supposed to know his name.
Trayvon Martin was the one that was in.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's with a T. It's with a T.
I thought it was
Tamari Rice.
There we go.
Tamir Rice.
I was like, what happened to Taishan Prince?
Hey, Kate, appreciate
so
that.
I do apologize.
We
so Tamir Rice, because
name.
I definitely don't want to give any disrespect to him. Tamir Rice was playing with a toy gun. They got a call and they were told that there was a black African American on a playground with a gun, and he was gunned down and killed with a toy gun that had the orange clip on it. But no.
No, go ahead.
So this white male who was underage was able to walk down the street with a rifle and not be stopped.
But real quick, what does that have to do with
He was underage, one. He had a gun underage, one. Okay. That should have been a no as begin with. Okay. He was in the middle of a riot, as they like to call, with a gun. That should have been stopped. He shouldn't have been able to even walk out with Now, the other people that had the guns, if they had something that was hidden, I could understand. This boy had it strapped to his body, and his excuse was, I'm trying to protect the businesses. No, you're underage. You should have been at home. You should have been at home. You shouldn't have had a gun. We don't need to pick and choose where accountability needs to be held. He came out there looking like a threat, and he got treated like a threat.
So he got treated like a threat, so therefore self-defense.
No.
If you say he went out there, so I can walk up and down the street with a rifle on my shoulder, right?
If you are walking down my street with a rifle, okay.
I can walk up and down the street with an assault rifle on my shoulder, right? Mm-hmm. There's nothing you can do to tell me that I shouldn't be doing that. But if you look at me as a threat, and as you said, you treat me like a threat, therefore I can defend myself as you're treating me as a threat. Like you specifically said that. I understand what you're saying, and maybe words got whatever. But from what you said, if I'm walking down the street with an assault rifle, there is nothing you can do to me at all. Right? Am I wrong? Am I right or wrong?
You're right. But if you was walking through that rally with an assault rifle,
there were riots.
You was not going to get as far as he got.
But there is no. And again, that's also wrong. Okay. Like I've always said, I don't want black people. I don't want white people to get. I don't want white people to get black sentences. I want black people to get white sentences.
But let's just be honest, though. He was able to get as far as he was because he was a white boy. He was able to review the clips with the judge because he was a white boy. That would not happen. In Oklahoma, you have a black man who did not commit a crime, who was sitting there doing life for a crime he didn't commit because it goes back on the Oklahoma law.
So you have two options, right? All right, and I'm saying this to kind of see what your fight is, right? Two options: the black guy who should have a lesser sentence, the white guy who should have a tougher actual sentence. Real quick, which one do you want?
I'm gonna go with the white guy.
Can you please just answer the question?
I'm gonna go with the white guy.
I'm gonna go with the white guy.
So you want to fight for white people to get tougher sentences, not for black people to get better sentences.
But let me be real with you.
Before answer that.
Yes,
you said yes, and you said yes too.
Yeah, but before I did cosmetology, before I wanted to do psychology, I actually went to college for criminology with a minor in forensics. Mm-hmm. The law is he should be in jail. It's not, it was self-defense. He should serve some time, whether it be 5 days, 10 days. He should serve some time. That is the law. That's the law in their state. What he did, he was underage, carrying an assault rifle.
But why should he? First of all, he shouldn't have to serve time for the simple fact.
Because
let me finish. For the simple fact that you're innocent until proven guilty, right? If he goes to jail, the judge can remand him to stay in prison because he's a flight risk or they don't think he's going to show up. That's why people have bonds, right? Most everybody, unless you do a heinous crime, they're going to give bonds. And if you could front your bond, they'll let you front your bond and then you show up to court because not everyone deserves to be in jail until you have your day in court. So again, I understand what you're saying, but it's very incorrect. Because black people out there, the reason why they're in jail is not because they deserve to be in jail before their trial. It's because they can't pay that bond. And their mom is not selling their home or fronting getting a second mortgage to bail people out. So again, if I do a crime, I don't deserve to be in jail because I got caught doing something. I deserve to be in jail because I was committed guilty for a crime.
So tell me with a straight face, do you feel that he got off because they truly looked at the evidence and they felt he deserved to get off, or did he get off because of who he was? With an honest answer, not because of what you think, but do you think they handled this case properly?
I think, and if this is how we're going to handle the case, then we need to handle this case the exact same way across the board.
But did they?
I think if I feel there's a self-defense nature in this whole situation, did I feel like he did 100% right? No. But the thing about the law is you have to be found guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Not that he was 50% wrong, not that he was 90% wrong. You understand. The reason why there's a lot of black people locked up in the court system right now is not because they committed crimes. It's because they don't understand that, hey, I don't have to take a fucking plea because you have to find me guilty beyond reasonable fucking doubt. A lot of these black people that are locked up haven't even seen their day in court. They're in court because a cop said, you can either take this to trial and get 25 years or just sign this plea deal and get 5.
Yeah.
So again, if we're going to talk about the court system and what should be done, I feel like in this case, being found beyond reasonable doubt, they couldn't prove it. And do you understand how many black people out there, if they wouldn't take these deals, how many of them would not be found beyond reasonable doubt? But
it wasn't handled properly. He got to pick out his jurors. He got to review the tapes with the judge.
Time out. You know they fired a jury. Juror number 7. Did you hear about him?
What happened?
So juror number 7 made a joke about Jacob Blake, talking about why did Jacob Blake only get shot 7 times? The answer of the joke was because that's how much the clip held. Basically saying that the cops would have unloaded more. The judge removed juror 7 from the case. But again, you don't hear about this. So you're talking about an unfair trial. But the thing is, it cannot be an unfair trial because if it is, it can get appealed and thrown out.
Okay, so why did he get to pick out the jurors?
He didn't get both. Yes, he did. Both sides pick out the jury. When you have the jury thing.
So the person who's on trial, I've never heard of that, to where they were able to pick out who. I've never heard of it.
You have to agree because it didn't happen. That's why you never heard of it. So when you have a bunch of people that are going to be considered part of the jury. Me, I'm picking who I want as the defense, and you're picking what you want as the prosecutor. We have to agree who's going to be on the juror.
So the prosecutor, yes, but he himself.
They have to agree with the defense. It's not just I'm picking out my team.
So
that's the thing. That's the bad thing about this. There's a lot of misinformation about this whole situation, and that's the thing that there's no but to it. That's kind of what it is.
Reviewing the films. How many defendants have you seen reviewing the films?
What do you mean defendants?
And not even the defendants. How many times have you ever seen the person that's on trial reviewing the films with the judge? How many times he was sitting there?
What are you trying to say? In court?
He was reviewing the films, the evidence with the judge, watching it with them.
But you're in court. Everyone sees the same.
No. Like they're sitting there. Like if me and you were to be sitting here next to each other,
I can't comment on it
over their shoulder.
For one, I can't comment on it because I didn't see it. I don't know what you're talking about, and there's already been a lot of misinformation, so it's kind of hard for me to follow that.
I could pull the picture up for you because I definitely.
Well, what is a picture? Like again, we don't know what is being viewed. We don't know what is going on in a picture. Show me what is being there. Give me a transcript of what is happening because all this stuff is on file. So you're talking about a picture of someone leaning over someone's shoulder looking at a video. How are you even telling me exactly what it is and what that picture represents?
Anybody in chains, anybody that's
I'm just asking a question.
Why are they even that close to the judge to even be looking at something?
You don't know what was going on. Like that's the thing. You don't know why he was in the judge's quarters. You don't know why they were called upon that. Like again, now we're speculating about things. So again, it's kind of hard to have that honest conversation about a situation. This was a bad situation. Sit here and say he was just walking down the streets and decided to go and shoot everyone is kind of incorrect. There was a guy with a skateboard who tried to knock his fucking head off. There was a guy behind him, that guy with a skateboard that busted a couple shots off and fucking ran. And then there was another guy, the child molester, when they thought was a child molester, he was actually fighting his ass.
Was he a child molester?
Again, it doesn't matter what that guy did because at the time.
So we shouldn't even bring it up.
No, you're right. But I'm just saying that so you can because each of these different people had different jackets. So when I say that, you should understand that was the one that behind the building that he was fighting or whatnot. So I mean, that guy was actually, I think, like beating his ass or attempting to beat his ass.
He should have got it. I mean, I'm be honest. If I'm in a riot and I'm already mad that innocent African Americans have been killed, because that's what they was there. That's what they were there for. And then you see a radical looking white male walking down the street with a rifle, I'm already going to be on guard. Like,
hold on. Remember what you said. So you said,
I don't care. I don't
because
care
he
how
looks,
I said it.
Because
I
he
don't care
looks
how I said it.
I get it, but you saying because he looks like he is a threat, he should be treated like a threat.
Yes, because guess what?
So then,
how many of us have been killed in our homes doing nothing?
What does that have to do with this case?
And once again, because that could have easily happened. Why was a teenager? He was, okay, you're the biggest person to talk about holding accountability for your children. Why was a teenager on the street with an assault rifle? His mother should be in jail. Actually. Why? Like, come on. Like, let's make it make sense. He shouldn't have been in the situation to begin with.
And again, but now let's talk about the situation that he was in. We're not talking about the situation that he should not have been in. This situation exists. And I understand what you're saying. But to sit here and say that he was looking like a threat, so we should treat him like a threat. So if I look like a threat and you treat me like a threat, I'm going to defend myself. You understand that?
Let the best man win.
So then he got off because he defended himself and you're mad.
No.
You're not.
Because like you said, a guy with a skateboard.
Don't want none of this.
Didn't you say a guy with a skateboard tried to hit him in the head? That's not the same. He should have went to jail for that.
So
a skateboard versus a gun.
If you hit me in my head with a skateboard,
it's not a deadly weapon. It's not.
Hit someone in the head with a bat.
A bat, yeah, but a skateboard, no. It's not gonna kill you.
It's not going to make you feel good neither.
It's not. But at the end of the day, he had a gun versus a skateboard. People lost their lives.
No. Again, that's not part of the conversation.
And the guy if we're looking at it, the guy with the skateboard was defending himself. If he's not the one shooting, trying to antagonize him,
the skateboard was swung first, and then
no. Was the skateboard swung first?
Something happened before the skateboard. The skateboard saw that, and that's when he went.
Because it was crazy because the guy on the skateboard, they're calling hero, had no business being in this situation. He was trying to.
The one with the gun.
No. And then at this time, if you look in the very back of that scene, and there was a guy with a gun that shot at Kyle. Like in the back, like a white shot and ran off.
Have been doing.
But no. Again, agreed. Right? There's other things that could, but to sit here and say that Kyle in the position that he was at, right? And the guy on the skateboard, to me, he had no business dying the way he died because he literally went in there to try to like subdue Kyle that had the gun. Because because Kyle was fighting somebody. Like he was actually like scuffling with somebody, and then the guy with the skateboard came and tried to hit Kyle and threw him off to try to help the other guy that was scuffling with him. And then the guy with the skateboard got shot. Not the guy that was actually fighting Kyle, because the guy tried him with the like, again, you have to watch the video, and I understand that there's a lot of emotions ran behind this. But again, we can sit here and we can talk. I hear what you're saying. Trust me, I do. Y'all wish that the white person would get more time, and the black person, as opposed to the black person getting less time. But in wanting that to happen, we're not doing nothing for ourselves. At this point, we're wanting them to pay, but we're not helping our community. And when you talk about the fight for better for our community, we can't sit here and focus more on hurting white people, so to speak, and then not focus on our struggle. We're losing here. And the only thing that we want in our loss is vengeance. And that's not the way to go about it. Again, that's just my opinion. I wish that we would get sentences like white people. I don't wish that white people would get sentences like us. I want us to be able to get off for self-defense sometimes. I want us to not be able to rape people instead of saying like, hey, you don't deserve time in jail. We're just going to put you on a 5-year probation. I wish that we would get sentences like that. But we know it's not. But if we're going to fight for something, I feel like we should fight for something bigger than wanting them to pay and burn in hell, because that does nothing for our community. But anyway, so and it's a very touchy situation. And as you can see how kind of we are at this one table. You have to understand the nation is worse than we are. And as a whole, you know, black people feel like shit behind it. As a whole, this whole thing started because of the black guy that was treated like shit. This was the Jacob Blake situation, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this whole thing started on a very shitty situation. And it's like we're still going through it. Is there a way to fix it? I don't know. We hope it is. Realistically, no. Realistically, are black people going to get lesser sentences? No. Realistically, are white people going to get softer sentences? Yes. But again, if we're going to fight for something, I'd rather fight to help black people than to hurt white people. And that's just my take. Damn, that was kind of intense. That was kind of that thing. What do y'all think about? Damn, you all right? Mm-hmm. You good? I didn't want to cuss my ass out, but
no. I respect difference of opinions
and that's all
in conversations. That's about it being an adult.
I kind of, our laptop went out, so I'm kind of curious on what people that are listening to says about it. We're going to repost this video if I can be responsible enough, because Kimmy kind of got on my ass about, you know, doing better on advertising and marketing, because some of these conversations should be out there for everyone to hear. Speak.
And paused. His phone.
Oh, it's fine. But it should be something to where we need. No, it's not dead. I don't think. So we need to be out there and get ourselves out there better, and we'll do that for everybody. Because again, these conversations I think are dope. But you know,
and
it's gonna get racy and it's gonna get heated at times. And I don't want you to think that I'm saying you're wrong.
I mean, listen, I listen to your show all the time. Yeah. So I already know what your stance is going to be before when you said what you aren't going to like. I already knew where we were going. Yeah. But I still don't turn away, because at the end of the day, we all have difference of opinions when it comes to stuff like that. And as an adult, you got to be able to disagree.
Yeah. No, agreed. I think I'm in the show with that, man. This is the second half, the B side. This is the more serious side, as you can see if you listen to the A side. This is kind of the more, conversation driven, kind of work your blood pressure up type shit. But we appreciate y'all working your blood pressure up with us. We got some actually real good topics that I want to get into, but I don't think it wouldn't even feel right getting into it after having this conversation about just about this. What do you want to leave us with, Kay? You say you're gonna start leaving us with some smart shit.
Yeah, I know. I did. I know, man. Nah, I just wanted to after going to that little networking event, like networking really works, man.
Mm-hmm. Like a couple of viewers from that.
Yeah. I mean, support each other in anything, man. It don't have to be just black. I'm big on it. It just has to just be black. So
I hate that only support black in it.
Because
that's what Dolph said. Your network is your networking.
Yeah, because I
hope it's better than that.
I went to a black owned company. I'm not gonna say that, but the stuff was $65. I was like, bro, I go to Burlington. I was spending $65 on a shirt. Like, come on, man, we got to do better.
Go to Ross on Wednesdays and say we 55. Shit.
Yeah, but networking, it really does work, man.
What you got for us?
Just everybody try to stay positive. I know this week was, I don't know if y'all know, but Officer Norman, his daughter was actually found dead the same day as young Dolph.
The cop that be with the black
in Little Rock.
Oh, I didn't know that.
His daughter, she was a recovering addict, had her life on track. She went missing on Saturday, and she was actually found dead. And
that's tough.
So if y'all have Instagram, go to his Instagram and uplift him, because
have you ever seen his videos?
He's always helping the community.
Man. So it's a white cop. Here, it'll be kids in that little golf, you buy little F-150s or he'll act like he doing police chases. Like he be having fun with them. Yeah,
that's what's up.
The kids love him, man. Like they do.
And he helps out a lot of people, like, mentally challenged in the neighborhoods that don't really have the resources. He just really helps people. So just everybody try to stay positive. The holidays are coming. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, that's fine, because I don't. But celebrate your family. You never know when they're not going to be there.
So you don't celebrate Thanksgiving at all?
Not the actual holiday. I celebrate my family.
I think
I don't eat the food.
I think Thanksgiving, to me, out of all holidays that exist, Thanksgiving is the best holiday. For
You know
That's
what I
because
mean.
you got 1,000
But I'm-
cousins though. Like,
I'm
y'all
not-
have
I'm-
fun.
It's not because of Columbus. So I know,
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
what
that's
you're
what I
talking
mean,
about.
yeah.
It has nothing to do with Columbus. It's
Yeah.
just a family coming together, sharing a good time.
Yes.
So out of any holiday that exists, I look forward to Thanksgiving. And again, has nothing to do with Christopher.
You don't have to bring nothing but
or the Pilgrims.
Yeah, it's more about Christopher Wallace. Not, I'm just joking. But then what I want to leave y'all with. I don't know, man. I self-reflection and accountability is big, and it's always been big in my book, being right or wrong. You know, I have my moments. I do good and I do bad. And you know, I've always talked about apologizing to people and you know, trying to do better and growing, learning shit. I find out sometimes I'm selfish. You know, I find that out sometimes, and I could admit that I am. But you know, as people let me know and acknowledge it, I appreciate it, because again, that's the only way I'm going to get better and grow. I don't know. Accountability, man. That's my biggest thing. And when we're fighting from the last conversation,
Not fighting.
no, I'm talking about fighting, not you and me, but as people are fighting, you know, because it's a bigger fight than just this. It's a bigger fight than just this conversation. It's more of a real fight that we feel like we're fighting, like, and because of that fight, we're fighting. But know what you're fighting for. Like, I'm really big, again, and I say it often, I don't want white people to get black people's sentences. I want black people to get white people's sentences. And if I'm going to fight for something, I'm going to fight to better my community and not fight to make theirs worse. Again, that's just how I look at it, and I hope more people understand and get on board with that, because it matters. It matters to help our community. So when you're fighting for something, let's not keep so much anger in it, and so much vengeance in our fight, and let's make it make sense. Again, do whatever you want to do. I know it's all in love, even with you and your conversation. I know your heart is in the right place, but after you see so much bullshit, it's kind of hard to be reasonable, right?
Let's do this closing.
Cause he said, so your heart in the right place, but you're wrong.
I know, basically.
No, you're not wrong. You're not.
You're wrong again, Colonel
Your
Sanders.
heart is in the right place, but you're a little cloudy on your judgment.
No, it's not that. It's just that you're coming from a different place than me, right? And that's how I look at it. Like, I'm not coming from the same place as you. I don't have the same personal emotions towards this. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know where you came from. I don't know what these situations may hit closer to home to you than it does to me. So it's not that you're wrong. It's that you're just coming from a different place. And I understand that, just as I'm coming from a different place. But, you know, if I can tell you something, it's like, just make sure what we're fighting for. And that either is going to make sense to you, or you'll be like, cake, and that should just, all right, nigga, that's cool. It's over there. So, you know, so it's just information. This is just a meeting of the minds. Take it or leave it. And just, again, with y'all, this is just a meeting of the minds. My mind and KK, and the same thing as Kimmy's mind, with y'all's mind. So take this information and leave it. Give us information like y'all always do in the comments. And we'll either grow together, or we'll be like, shit, fuck y'all. See y'all next episode. But anyway, this is Socially Irresponsible Podcast. I'm Damian Maverick, a.k.a. The Devil's Advocate.
KK.
And then our special guest.
And Kimmy on the mic.
There you go.
Kimmy on the mic.
Thank you for tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all. We're out. Peace.